You'd rather be a hoe than a bro?
Yeah.
Dude, the son just looks at his mom like, you're really going to say this on camera? But the thing is, he knows what his mom is like, and that's the reason he's doing this video, because he's literally farming his own family for views. It's very sad.
Yeah, but I'm both.
Being a hoe is fun.
Can women pass the bro code test? Okay.
So I discovered this channel from this YouTuber named Jesse. Basically, he's a massive simp, and I realized this pretty quick into watching him. He married this girl who basically controls him completely. If you watch his videos, he's been like that for a long time. He'll do almost anything for views. But what's interesting is that the family of his wife will do more ridiculous things for views. Their entire family does social media. And to give you some idea of how destroyed this family is, his wife's mom does OnlyFans and divorced the kid's father when they were very young. The youngest girl, Kennedy, has a self-proclaimed chronic disability of anxiety, which is just female neuroticism as a result of not having a masculine influence in her life, and of course, adopting resentful ideologies like feminism and degenerate leftist propaganda. It's very sad to see, because you can't even expect them to take full responsibility of themselves without a masculine leader in the house. So this is all a very weird and twisted set of sad events, especially when you realize the mom divorced the dad and now does OnlyFans. In each one, you see a common disdain for men and masculinity in this family, which is really, really dark to see, because of course, you can imagine what you get when you have a bunch of women that are taught that masculinity is toxic and oppressive and predatory, and then you just feed on each other's neuroticism and negative emotion, and there's no masculine frame to mediate that at all, so it just goes off a cliff. It is unfortunate to see. There's also an older brother who at one point dyed his hair blue and exploits his younger sisters for views, because they're obviously attractive. What we're going to see here is a very interesting compounding display of this female neuroticism and disdain for masculinity. And this video particularly gets progressively worse throughout the video, and it's one of the shorter videos, so I want to show you guys. The concept is they're taking this funny test that they probably found on the internet of answering what they think men would respond to in the bro code.
There are 10 questions.
I already am.
The girl with the most points will be considered one of the bros.
I don't want to be.
Would you rather be a bro?
Okay, notice, I just want to point this out, guys.
The girl with the most points will be considered one of the bros.
I don't want to.
OnlyFans masculine. OnlyFans mom brags about how many people she slept with in front of her kids. Masculine girl who bosses her husband around. Self-proclaimed nervous wreck who has a self-proclaimed disability of neurotic anxiousness. This type of psychological display will be studied in hundreds of years, because you've never seen women that are young, like I'm talking 18, 19, 20 years old, that have been taught to hate masculinity so vigorously. It's a mass indoctrination perpetuated by the internet and the various attack vectors of the resentment of feminism and Marxism, which teaches women especially, because it targets the feminine personality distribution, to demonize coherent and objective frameworks.
Would you rather be a bro or a hoe?
I know how to be
hoe.
anything.
The mom says she'd rather be a hoe in response to would you rather be a bro or a hoe. So the mom is openly saying she wants to be a hoe in front of her daughters. It's crazy. This is nuts, guys. This is crazy. I chose this video for a good reason.
You'd rather be a hoe than a bro?
Yeah.
Dude, the son just looks at his mom like, you're really going to say this on camera? But the thing is, he knows what his mom is like, and that's the reason he's doing this video, because he's literally farming his own family for views. It's very sad.
Yeah, but I'm both.
Being a hoe is
The
fun.
youngest girl says, I'm both. Oh my gosh, it's so empowering. And then the girl in the middle says, what?
Dang.
You'd rather be a hoe than a bro?
Yes. Yeah, but I'm both.
Being a hoe is fun.
And then the girl in the middle says being a hoe is fun. It is sad, guys. It is sad, but this is unfortunately what happens when you remove the masculine influence in a family. This is why women self-destruct when they're by themselves. They label any framework of objectivism or right or wrong or accountability as oppression, and then they go the opposite way. That's the reason why they make bad decisions and why women need masculine leadership. It's also the reason why men have led societies since the beginning of time, literally. But never before in human history has it been allowed to get to this extent where like women are just openly suffering as a result of having no masculine influence.
I know. I'm already a hoe.
None of you are hoes. You're all bros.
Why doesn't Jesse call you bro?
Bro, the brother's desperately trying to be like, please don't say you're a hoe on camera.
What is the number one rule of being a bro? A, bros before hoes. B, having your bros back. C, no dating bro's sister.
I'll share what my opinion is too. The answer is probably B. Bros before hoes is a very common statement, but it isn't like the backbone of like masculine brotherhood, so I would say B probably. But I have no idea where they got this test, so it might not even be a real test.
D, bros don't share feelings. A, bros before hoes.
Which isn't true. Every guy I know that has ever been in a relationship puts his girlfriend first, which you should.
Then you, oh my god, you have to simp for her. I was talking with one of my girlfriends recently about this, and she was saying that men that simp immediately lose respect. Of course, confirming what I already know, but she was confirming it firsthand, and it's very interesting because that's exactly what happens. So being a simp is actually the fastest way to lose respect for somebody, and it is, again, actually truly sad to see women that are this destroyed as a result of the endless lie society's propagated. This is the consequences. This is the consequences of telling lies in society. This mom literally does OnlyFans. These girls' mom literally sells herself for like $12.
They're not bros.
The answer is
Bro.
That is not true.
Okay, so I was right.
have your bros back.
B.
Who the ever says have your bros
That's
back?
like
This is the central pillar.
Oh my god, that's like, I never heard that before.
You mentioned Harvard.
Who took
so-
the
Why am I wrong? How am I wrong?
time to like write this on WikiHow? Bro.
So that's like the girl code.
My
That's
girl
it.
code
The
is
girl code.
we're all better than men.
Okay, if they just
Yeah, oh my god, I'm 18 years old, I'm 19 years old, and I just think all women are better than men, even though I live in a society literally built by men, and everything I use, every piece of technology, as well as my physical safety is literally guaranteed and delivered to me by men. Women are better than men though. I take medication for my anxiety. Our culture has created this.
got dumped.
This is the consequence. When people say, what are the consequences to things? This is the consequences of lying to women repeatedly to make them feel good. Truth is better than making someone feel good.
Half of these guys would go the ex-girlfriend.
No, that's just the guys you know because you've lived an unfortunate life. Look at the redhead's face.
Pining over her for the last year.
Literally, I
What the? Okay, the power of Christ compels you. Anyway, moving on.
Your good friend was dumped by his ex 5 months ago. They had been together for 3 months. When is it appropriate to date said ex?
Told you.
depends on how good friends you are with him.
Incorrect. It is never acceptable to date an ex of any of your bros. Completely unacceptable. Everyone knows that though. Or I should say all guys know that.
Never.
I would say never if it's your good friend.
Well, here we got A, right away, B, in 1 month, C, in a year,
Bro,
or
who says C? No way.
D, never.
If it's not D, then like seriously, being a man must suck.
Right. There's like
It's
a
so weird that you would say that after just attacking men. Like, first of all, our lives don't suck because we get to live in reality and our brains work to interpret logic and rationality, which feels really good. But if being a guy would, quote, suck, wouldn't that be as a result of you demonizing our literal spirit of existence and saying women are better than men? Could you imagine if men walked around and saying men are better than women? Actually, that's based as fuck because we literally build society and
like in a year, then you can date her.
The answer is D.
so far this test is actually true.
Ex-partners off limits between best friend bros. Friend are interested in the same person out at a bar. How do you determine who pursues them? A, first to call dibs. B, first to introduce themselves. C, rock, paper, scissors. Or D, you let the interested party decide.
D is the highest resolution answer, but I could see B as well.
What is this? Like a meat market?
A bar is kind of a meat market. D, D, and C. Okay, so
That's what I see bros do.
I do OnlyFans.
That's what I see bros doing. Something dumb like that.
Yeah, men just do dumb things. Anyway, my job's OnlyFans. I sell myself for $12. Yeah, I have a family and daughters. Yeah, I have daughters. I divorced their dad when they were 5. Anyway.
why do they have to be idiot guys? The average.
Mom's thinking of it like, what would 2 idiot guys do?
Right.
I feel bad that he has to live in this family.
Not
Should have been
trick.
something more mindless.
Mom, just think about you go into a bar and you both like a girl. You're gonna go. Hey, let's play rock paper scissors.
Yeah.
Okay, every bro must know A, sport.
Oh my god, men must be dumb. We're smart, aren't we?
B, how to pick up girls. C, how to handshake. Or D, how they would survive in a zombie apocalypse.
It's probably either C or D, although, you know.
I think about D a lot.
I was gonna put D.
So do I actually.
So boring.
I don't know if I want to put D or if I want to put like.
D? You said zombie apocalypse.
Give a. That's what I wanted. I was
Is
gonna
being
say
a man
D.
this boring? Every bro must know.
Oh my god, using logic and rationality, that must be so. Actually, to be fair, that is probably boring to the female mind, but it's one thing to find it boring, it's another thing entirely to demonize it. I do feel bad for this girl though, because like I said, I've watched a couple of these videos, and this girl Kennedy does come across as a very neurotic, emotionally unstable girl. It's weird though to see it displayed so like obviously on the internet. That's a very new thing.
I'm gonna say.
Sports?
I'm gonna say C.
I know this because Jesse told me that every time you approach a new guy, you have to know what handshake they're gonna go in for. Is it gonna
so
be
lame.
like this? Is it gonna be like this?
I'm
I'm gonna start greeting men like that. I'm gonna start greeting men.
What?
We had a
Dapping
point.
men up.
Trying to get points
if you guys
for.
did a dap right now, would you guys know how to do it?
Yeah.
That was a
This is my impression of manhood.
way too like no.
We're sitting down.
You like pulled back and like went in. That was awkward.
That's not. It's like this.
That's so awkward. You guys are so awkward.
Yeah, guys
No, do
are.
it.
Mom, stand up. You go like this. You just go.
Wait.
Hey, what's up,
Where
dude?
is him?
Like,
The shoes.
Yeah, it's like, why do guys greet each other like that? Just hug each other. Weirdos.
Yeah, isn't it weird? You're not like me. You must be weird if you're not like me.
Created some sub hug because men are so afraid to touch each other.
No, they.
No, only in America.
Right. The reason men dap each other up is because they're afraid to touch each other. That must be the correct answer. True. Imagine living in a world where everything has to be filtered through the prism of resentful feminist propaganda. The reason for everything must be men are worse. The reason for everything must be men hold themselves back with that rational ability that let them build the world and be better than us at literally everything. So interesting how leftism has devolved into, or maybe evolved into, since this was always its fundamental nature, an anti-reality cult.
Afraid to touch each other, but they
Or-
also want to touch each other.
Or like
She's always
anywhere
saying
in
that
the
she's
UK.
watching Love Island.
Yeah, they are all. You don't even understand how close.
On Love Island, it's they do this other thing. So, I think Love Island is a representation of reality.
bathroom rule for bros. A, bros only go alone. B, don't take the urinal next to another bro. C, you must bring a topic to discuss in the bathroom so it isn't silent. D, bros don't pee sitting down. The correct answer is B, Mom.
What?
Don't take the urinal next to another bro.
I want to see like
Imagine you walk into.
That's so stupid.
I saw an entire infographic about this.
Literally so stupid.
Bro, imagine if men walked around saying women's nature is so stupid. These destroyed, degenerate women with makeup caked on their faces. And this mom who literally does OnlyFans is calling expressions of masculinity stupid. Think about what's happening right now in front of you. This is what I mean when I say feminists are beyond narcissistic. They're psychopaths.
It's math.
Yeah, that is so like homophobic.
It really is weird.
Can't.
Looking at other guys.
Yeah, the men are weird and they're homophobic because they're not like us. The fact that masculinity has its differential qualities compared to femininity, that's homophobic. The way men stand in bathrooms is now homophobic according to this group of neurotic women who do OnlyFans and are disabled by anxiety, self-professed. Think about that.
Yeah, what the?
That's only in
Men
America.
need to start looking at each other's more.
That'd be so weird if somebody's like,
It's sad though because she's like 20 years old. She's 20 years old and saying this stuff, guys.
they like look over the divider wall. They're like,
No, I really think that's only in America.
Remember that cat?
Yeah, true. Only in America do men not stare at each other at the urinals. True. Yeah, you do OnlyFans. You know what you're talking about.
okay. When is it okay for bros to share their feelings?
All the time. But men do not express their emotions in the same way women do. That doesn't mean they don't show their feelings. This is a common misconception women have. Oh my gosh, because you're not acting like me, it must mean you don't have feelings. Could you imagine if men did the equivalent of this? If we said, yeah, women are useless because they don't like building bricks or digging ditches in the sun. It's like, no, men and women are just different. Men are more willing to do that job than women are. No, but women are useless because they don't dig ditches in the sun. It would be delusional, but the thing is, feminism tells women that logic and coherence is oppression. And if they are subservient to anything coherent, then they're being oppressed. So this kind of forces them into always saying the thing that makes no sense.
A, when they're drunk. B, when no girls are nearby. C, if it's a life or death situation. Or D, when their dad isn't nearby.
Unless you're on Love Island,
All of these options suck.
and then you're getting paid to do it.
I think you're both are wrong. I think you're both
If it's a life.
Why are they all red?
That's stupid. It's a trick question.
Bros are people too, and can share feelings whenever they feel it's appropriate. However, a good bro will always make sure that they're not inconveniencing other with their personal problems, and will hold in their feelings until a more convenient time arises. You all have daddy issues.
You get into an argument.
Yeah, true. All the men of the planet have daddy issues, but you don't. Oh, dude, the narcissism on display is crazy. I hope this video is not deleted so that it can be studied in like 100 years or 50 years, whenever the social scientists are no longer gripped by the anti-truth ideology of Marxism.
with another bro. How do you settle things?
Kill him.
Talk it out over a beer, fight, and winner determines who is right. It's like Gladiator.
Yeah, sometimes, but when you get into an argument with, okay, yeah, how do you settle things? I would say D or B.
Times. Never apologize, it shows weakness, or pretend that it never happened.
This is where it starts to get degenerate, guys. This is at this point, I thought, okay, I should make a video about this because it really starts to go off a cliff. Nervous laughter. That's my sister saying this.
Normalize
Kennedy.
bros sucking other bros.
The cor-
Guys, you understand that feminism is a psychopathology. Watch this.
Normalize
Kennedy.
bros sucking other bros.
the cor-
She's 20 years old saying this stuff. She's 20 years old. This is as a result of feminism ravaging her brain. She's on medication for anxiety because her mom divorced her dad when she was 5 to do OnlyFans. This is a sad story, but it's a true story. Actions have consequences. Even though countless women would be triggered at this because they're aligned with anti-truth and they think that coherence and objectivity is oppression, I'm actually doing battle for them to save women from this fate.
correct answer is A. Talk it out over a beer.
Seriously?
Yeah, that's another good answer.
Every guy that I've ever known that gets into a problem, they have to fight first.
Yeah.
I know some guys that are like that, where they'll literally fist fight each other, and then after that, they'll hug it out and be like, all right, we settled it. And if that works for you, that works for you. I would say I haven't really seen that in also more civilized circles. There's the expectation to use words instead.
Just apologize for crashing your car and wants to pay you back over time. What do you do?
Apologize for crashing car. Why is insurance not involved? Anyway, punch them in the face? No. No, that doesn't happen. I would say realistically keep them as a friend, just not trust them with your car, so C probably.
Do you punch them in the face or balls? Do you say nothing, cut them out? Do you keep them as a bro, you know not to trust them in the future? Do you keep them as a bro but insult them any chance you get?
A plus D.
A and
You can't say two.
Uh-huh.
Erase one.
No.
That's cheating.
She's wrong.
If you were taking this test at Harvard where it should be taken,
care.
they would kick you out.
I don't care.
Harvard would
Oh my god, I don't have to adhere to these standards and rules. I do OnlyFans. I'm a boss queen. You think rules apply to me? Objectivity? That's oppression.
never give this test.
Keep them.
Yeah.
Bro, their faces are like filled with plastic surgery too. It's so freaky.
For Harvard people, it's difficult.
That's true.
Kiss your
Bro,
bro.
she's 20 years old. Feminism did this to her brain. Her response to being asked questions about masculinity is to advocate for homosexuality. This is where the push for degeneracy has come from, by the way. Straight out of the psychopathology of the ravaged female psyche. And you know what's interesting? Robust research has been done and shows that proclivity to abide in left-wing authoritarianism, left-wing dictatorships, is predicated by a feminine temperament. Exactly what you're seeing here. Essentially, female neuroticism, the inability to engage with objective reality. It results in the removal of all truth, which means you can't tell up from down, and then the removal of freedom because freedom is dangerous. And so you get authoritarianism, left-wing regimes.
If I was a bro, I'd punch him
See,
in the
bros
face or
kissing.
balls.
Keep them as a bro.
The answer is D. Keep them as a bro, but insult them any compliments between bros. They must not be too deep. They must never be shared in
No, deep compliments are good. They just need to be infrequent so that they actually mean something.
public unless it's to gas them up. They must not be more frequent than once a month. Or D, all of the above.
Another trick question.
There are no rules. Bros can compliment bros because bros are people too.
What's weird is she was just paraphrasing the female perspective. Because if that was the case, that'd be the equivalent of women giving each other compliments. So she just mocked herself.
D.
Oh, haha, aren't I funny? Aha! I've decided that I'm over this because it triggers me that it reminds me men and women are different. And it's not due to nature versus nurture, it's biological, it's so triggering.
It's pretty obvious.
Compliment.
Bro, even the OnlyFans mother knew it was obvious. Meanwhile, it's so sad, the destroyed young daughter is like, oh my god, you mean my answer of an incoherent statement wasn't right?
Compliments to a bro are sacred and will be remembered forever because of how infrequent they are. Do
This is
not
so weird.
disrespect this by giving forced compliments too frequently. If you wish to compliment
Yeah, facts. No forced compliments. They have to be actual compliments. Otherwise, it's like inflating the currency of compliments.
your bro in public, it must be neutral, such as you got a haircut and
Women like to have compliments constantly, and they never inflate because women always want to hear that stuff. If you say you look pretty today, you could say that literally every day, and she'll like that.
nice. However, if alone or to impress a person, well, this is kind of accurate.
Listen to this. Listen to this.
Nice.
She just called the nature of men homophobic.
However, if alone or to impress a person, well, this is kind of accurate, honestly.
Internalized homophobia is not giving compliments enough, is what the 20-year-old degenerate woman said who is self-proclaimed disabled with anxiety. Guys, are you connecting the dots? This is what adherence to the left-wing ideology does. It ravages your mind and makes you an enemy of all objective frameworks.
This is kind of weird.
Is this what it's like to be a
Very
man?
weird.
Yeah, it's
Oh my god, it's so weird to make sense of things. That's so difficult. I wonder why civilization wasn't built by me.
These are the men that I would run from.
Bro, why does she look so... Her face looks like it's been injected with so much plastic surgery. What she just said there is interesting, because she just said these are the type of men I would run from. Masculine guys. And she married a guy that is a simp and very effeminate. Half of his videos are literally just placating to his girlfriend, making videos with her for views. I mean, hey, if you want to like do well on YouTube, you know, due to that, and that's how you want to build your brand, then that's what you'll be remembered for. But she just confirmed that she would not date a classically masculine guy, so that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Because my boyfriend's not like this.
10.
Yeah, we know.
Your bro is dating someone genuinely crazy and bad for him. What do you do?
Hell yeah.
Sit him down and explain why they're not good together. B, try to catch the partner doing something
Depends how close you are. If you're close with him, if he's your best friend, then you'll sit him down and explain why he shouldn't be dating her. B is very effeminate and just kind of a bad solution. I would say either A or C.
shady to show him. C, say nothing, it's not your business. Or D, try to get him interested in someone else.
I'm between B and D.
I'm creating my own options because these
Oh
are
my gosh, dude. I'm creating my own category because I deserve to create reality. Literally the manifested narcissism I was talking about earlier. Or does it even go beyond narcissism? Because what do you call thinking your ideology should transcend reality? Tell him to marry her, was her answer. Yeah, if they're not a good fit, the guy should tell the guy he cares about to marry that girl. You see how they deliberately say the opposite of reality? They deliberately say the opposite of what is good? This is because they are literally taught by... And this is the reason why she's a lesbian. This is the reason why she's diagnosed with anxiety. Because she's constantly at odds with reality. And guys, this is just classical psychological literature. When you are at odds with objective frameworks, you induce anxiety. I'm not being mean. I'm not being cruel. I'm literally just stating the truth. I'm stating facts. You would probably be hard-pressed to find a girl that is more destroyed by the leftist ideology and by the resentment for objective reality than this very unlucky girl right here. When every single thought you have has to be constructed to be the opposite of what the truth is, that creates anxiety within you because you know you're wrong and you get reminded that you're wrong in every second of your existence. But it's like you're forced into playing for the opposite team, for team anti-reality. This is what happens when you adopt feminism. This is what happens when you adopt resentment.
still suck.
I'm gonna say B.
Is this what you would do?
I do think it's D too, Claudia. Tell him to marry her.
Put a ring on it.
That's a terrible...
Yeah, he should put a ring on it. If they're a bad couple, he should put a ring on it. Man, I wonder why she's disabled by anxiety.
idea, Candy. C, say nothing, it's not your business.
We're all wrong.
I think the real answer is that a bro would probably the crazy girl behind the other bro's back.
Why do her eyes look uneven right now?
No, that's violating bro code by doing that.
I don't.
Guys, being a feminist is actually the equivalent of having a mental disability.
Obviously, learn nothing from this.
Like, it's crazy. I'm witnessing sort of people, like if there was a zoo for mental disabilities, you're witnessing like the exhibit of humans who can't think due to feminist indoctrination and anti-reality resentment.
This just gives me the vibes of like those early 2000s comedy movies with like the super toxic men who like.
What was the total
Oh
point?
my god, men who make sense are toxic. As a matter of fact, men who aren't like me are toxic. These are the type of degenerates, and I'm so glad that we're winning the culture now because every single thing that you see on X and every comment section is essentially on our side now. The pendulum is swung. But these are the type of people that call masculinity toxic. Destroyed, neurotic women who can't think.
Points you guys got. How bro were you?
Oh.
5.
3? Claudia, how many do you have? 5? Kennedy, you have like -5.
I don't know. I erased my
Kennedy
points.
had like.
I don't know. I just erased them because those numbers, they reminded me of objective parameters and therefore oppression. Numbers don't matter. They judge me. So yeah, anyway.
2.
I erased my points.
The winner of the official Harvard bro code.
So I feel so bad for this guy.
I had the most interactions with bros, unfortunately.
I was the dork. You were the weird artsy girl. You were the bro.
Can we do a hoe one next time?
You want to do a
have like a.
Oh.
Let's see who's a hoe.
Okay, guys, be sure to subscribe. Let me know what you think of this. This is one of the most crystallized displays of actual, like, tragic anti-reality feminist doctrine I've ever come across. It is very interesting that this family decides to put themselves on the internet in this way, showcasing their glaring practiced incompetence, but it might just be a part of that narcissism that I described earlier, where they think maybe this is completely fine. Oh, this is good. Yeah, the fact that our mom does OnlyFans is good. We should talk about that. As a matter of fact, we should announce at the beginning of the video, we're hoes. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think. See you guys in the next video.